Nigeria is the most populous black nation on earth. Nigerians are known for their vibrant and friendly energy, expressed through diverse creative expressions. Home to over 200 million inhabitants, it is the sixth most populous country in the world. Nigerians are known to be intelligent, hardworking people, and for the can-do and never say never attitude, which is complemented with a friendly and accommodating spirit. It boasts the largest economy in Africa. Nigeria is home to over 500 different languages, over 200 different ethnicities and religions, and it's home to the oldest dye pit in all of Africa. It is also the largest distributor of yam and has the largest oil production in Africa. Despite the fact that Nigerians are friendly and have accommodating spirits, Nigerians have over time made their voices heard through protests. Protest is a form of political participation. Protest in Nigeria dates back to the pre-colonial era, and some examples include the Aba Women's Riot, 1929, and the Egba Women's Revolt on November 29, 1947. Post-independence Nigeria has witnessed and is still witnessing protests and demonstrations by citizens, workers, labor unions, and so on. This includes the SAP riot of 1989 and the June 12 protests of 1993. EndSARS, widely written as #EndSARS, was a decentralized social movement and series of mass protests against police brutality in Nigeria that mainly occurred in 2020. The movement's slogan called for the disbandment of the Special Anti-Robbery Squad, SARS, a notorious unit of the Nigerian police force, known for its long record of abuse against Nigerian citizens. The movement experienced its resurgence in October 2020, following further revelations of the unit's abuse, leading to mass demonstrations across major cities in Nigeria and widespread outrage on social media platforms. The #EndSARS accumulated over 28 million tweets on Twitter alone.
This is a peaceful protest to show that we are tired of SARS brutality. We are tired of how people we are paying with our hard-earned tax money are treating us. What we want is very simple. End SARS. You have said you want to reform SARS 4 different times.
They were created for Special Anti-Robbery Squad, yes, but why are they arresting youths? For nothing. For nothing. The other day, I was traveling from Ilorin to Ibadan. They stopped us on the road. They told me to come down. They checked my phone. They did not see anything. The SARS officer was telling me, why you know they do Yahoo? See as you tall, see as you fine, you know they do Yahoo. Slapped me twice. Why are we here? Answer! Why are we here? To answer! Why are we here?
What do you get?
Within a few days of protests, on 11 October 2020, the Nigerian police force announced the dissolution of the unit with immediate effect. The End Bad Governance protest stemmed from the Nigerians' growing economic hardship and hunger, which BBC reporter Simi Jalaosho described as the worst economic crisis in a generation due to the record inflation, especially on food prices. Some experts have linked the crisis to the execution of economic reforms, particularly the removal of fuel subsidies and the devaluation of the naira, following the removal of its peg to the US dollar under President Bola Ahmed Tinubu, designed to liberalize the Nigerian economy and attract foreign investment. Various members of the government, including Tinubu himself, have attempted to dissuade protesters, with some measures to financially support young people being announced. Protests began on 1st August 2024 as demonstrators were seen on the streets displaying placards with messages like "Enough is enough," "Stop anti-masses policies," "We are not slaves in our country," "Hardship is unbearable," and "Fuel subsidy must be back." In response, the Nigerian Army on 29 July 2024 blocked major roads leading to Abuja, the capital. On 1st August, being the first day of the protests, scores were killed by the army and police in a bid to disperse the protesters across Nigeria. 4 were shot dead in Borno State and 4 in Niger State. 3 protesters were also reportedly killed in Kaduna State and 2 in Jigawa State, bringing the total number of deaths to at least 14. In Kano State, 4 protesters were critically injured and were all taken to the hospital.
I went to university, I went to school, I did everything, but we are looking for a better job. We didn't see any better job. The old job we are seeing outside there is 30,000, 20,000 naira job that cannot even sustain us for the whole day. I'm very hungry. Let them look for something to do about it.
According to report on Business Day, over 1,000 arrests have been made and several deaths reported. Generations upon generations, Nigerians have come together in unity to make their voices heard through protests. The never say never attitude of Nigerians are always put on display during all of these protests. While some of these protests have yielded fruitful results, like the Occupy Nigerian protest 2012, Aba Women's Riot 1929, and the End SARS protests 2020, other protests from agonizing Nigerians have just been ignored, jettisoned, or discarded. Nigerians have the constitutional right to protest whenever they don't feel something is right, but the government seems to be complacent about the cries and the yearnings of Nigerians. Is it until the whole country burns and destroys before the needs of the hardworking citizens are met? Is the hunger, suffering, and starvation of children, youth, and the senior citizens not enough to effect change in the system? Tenures after tenures, party after party, still the same Nigeria. Fight them, hurt them, bully them, but no one can stop a country like this from reminding the government that democracy is the government of the people, by the people, and for the people. The power is nothing if the people have no peace, education, and are dying of disease and starvation. Truly, according to Timi Dakolo, Nigeria is a great nation, but Sonny Okosun couldn't have put it any better. Which way, Nigeria?